Welcome back, and today I want to show you guys how you can create an invoice in QuickBooks Online and have QuickBooks Online send it for you. So if you're looking at your home page on QuickBooks Online, currently I have my privacy settings set, but what you can do to create an invoice is all you have to do is go to the upper right hand corner to the plus sign, click on that, and then under customers you'll see it says invoice right up at the top. So let's click on that, and then all you have to do is fill out the information. So select your customer and then put in your customer's email. Now this is where the invoice is going to be sent. So you want to make sure that this is being sent to the correct person who will actually pay the invoice. So there is that. If you have online payments set up, you can set that up right here, and you can give those options as well. And then you can go down here to the billing address or to the terms. Net 30 means that it's due in 30 days. Net 15 means it's due in 15 days, 60 days, and then due on receipt. So let's click on due on receipt. And then you want to make sure that today's date is correct as well as the due date. And then under products and services, you want to absolutely know for sure what you've completed for this client for what you're billing them. So let's say this is hours and hours worked in January 2019, and let's say 10 hours worked. So under quantity, what you can do is you can do 10 for 10 hours, and then if your rate is, let's say, $50 an hour, and then it'll automatically calculate the amount that is due to you. And then if you have a class set up, then you can click on that as well. And so you want to make sure that all this information is correct. If you have multiple things that you've done for a client, or maybe you worked on different projects and you want to track them separately as far as billing goes, that's a great idea. All you have to do is add in another line. So let's do that. Let's say that there are other hours, and let's say these are hours worked on a secondary project in January 2019. Now your QuickBooks will probably have this set up to where it shows the different projects that are set up so that you can track those easily. So let's say this is 5 hours. So all I have to do is click in 5, and let's say this was really good work. So you're charging $100 an hour. And so you'll see that it's totaling up everything for you, and you're able to capture that information. And then the message on the invoice, you can add in something nice if you would like to. Thanks for your business. Looking forward to working with you again soon. And then you can attach something. Maybe you need to attach a document as far as your final report, or maybe you need to attach your original contract. You could do that here. It's really simple. It opens up your documents on your computer and you can just drag and drop. That's really easy. And so this is basically all you have to do to create an invoice. It can be very basic. You don't need a lot. If you want to, you can do print or preview. You can do that right here. And it's going to save the invoice, and you can save it as a PDF, and then you can email it to your client, or you can mail it to them if you would like to do that. It's all right here. And as you can see, it's a fairly basic setup as far as your logo necessarily isn't on here if you don't put it on there if you don't want it. The invoice number is 1001, which is the very first invoice in QuickBooks Online, and it's pretty basic. You don't need a lot on your invoices. You don't need a lot more than that. You don't need like your mission statement or anything else about your company, because it's just unnecessary. And so what you can do is all you have to do next is click save and send, and that'll email that straight to your client. You can click on send later if you would like to do that, or if you're not ready to send the invoice yet, or if you're just creating it ahead of time, that won't send it to your client. Or you can click this drop down right here, and you can just click save and close, and it will not send to your client. That's a great feature, especially if you're creating invoices ahead of time. And then if you do want to create an invoice that's a little more customized, that's a little prettier, you can create customize your invoices fairly easily by going here, clicking customize, and then new style, or you can edit your current style, but it comes with a standard version for you. And then if you click on more, you can create a copy of this invoice. So let's say next month you do the exact same number of hours in work. You can just copy the invoice, fill out the new dates, and then send that on so that it saves you a little bit of time. You can also void the invoice here if you made a mistake, or if you aren't sending this to your client, you can do that here. You can also delete invoices. I would not do this if you have already sent this to your client. Don't delete it. I would void it if you've already sent it to them, but you're not expecting, but you're sending them an updated invoice. You can do that there. And then you can go down to your audit history to see whenever you sent the invoice, if they saw it, and that gives you a lot of those good details. So that is the very basic version of how you can create and send invoices in QuickBooks Online. Be sure to check out my bookkeeping challenge if you are struggling keeping up with your bookkeeping. I would love to have you. The way you can join is by following me on Instagram at lydia.miller.mba, and that information will be in the notes on the video. Thanks for watching.